There we go. Alright, so in this video we're going to go over how to install Caldera with SSL enabled. I've actually tweaked some of it. We're going to go through Docker to install. So yeah, let's get this going. Let me drag this window over here. We're doing this on Windows, by the way. I installed Ubuntu 22.04 and all of my recording software is not working. So we're going to use Windows 11 Hyper-V, got Ubuntu 22.04 server installed, and we're going to follow these instructions. We are going to modify them a bit since, yeah, I've opened a pull request a while back and it's just not accepted. So I'll show you the major difference with it. So let's pull this up. I'll actually bring this over here. Okay. So first things first, we follow the instructions. They tell us to git clone, recursive. Okay. Go ahead and let that go. And then we'll need to build as well. Before building though, there's one important detail here. We're going to modify the configuration file. I'll show a few of those you can modify. Okay. If you are curious about the plugins, hop on over there. Oh, that's right. That was part of my C2 running before. Okay, so let's go back here. Go to documentation. Plugin library. And okay, here we go. Let's go over to SSL. And they kind of give you the rundown. All this is in Docker, like within my Docker file at least. I have most of this automated, so we'll just run from there. The major difference, just to show you, let's open up Caldera's, or sorry, Mitre's version. So anyways, scroll down here, you'll see that we have the OpenSSL, we're installing HA proxy, and then, let's see, we're including the Max, I think that's how you pronounce it, SSL plugin as well. Sorry, after Max we'll have the SSL plugin. And then we're actually going to do a copy from default to local. I found when I was running the Docker build, they give you the local YAML. So I'm just taking the defaults, copying it over local, and then that'll be imported within the Docker image. Cool. And what you want to do is go into default and update what you want here. So let's go to the top. If you follow the documentation, you can modify most of this. As you can see, there's no SSL option under these plugins. And if we go down here, these are all default creds. Definitely update all of that. I'm not going to update them, but I mean, if I wanted to, I would just like literally new password. I guess we're just going to do really shitty passwords here, but just to show it updates. Okay, and then we need to build it. So going back to the documentation, this guy right here. We're going to do Windows build true because if you're in a mixed environment, you're going to want to compromise Windows, Linux, Alpine. I know that's a version of Linux, but it's running Ash, different things like that. So let's go ahead and build this. This will take a few minutes, and we'll actually open up a shell just to make sure it works. Okay, now that that's completed, we can see each step ran. Maybe we can see these. Let's see, so HA proxy. There's our new self-signed certificate. You can use Let's Encrypt and just replace it that way, which I would highly recommend doing once you have like a clean domain. Let's see, so we've got the HA proxy conf. We're updating it to include the insecure cert. That will need to be updated if you're using Let's Encrypt. Again, you should be doing that. Cool. So anyways, it's ready to go. So if we do a Docker run, but before I do that, I just want to open up bash. There we go. So let's open this file up and let's take a look at conf. you'll see there's now a local YAML. That wasn't there before. So let's open it up. Oh, God damn it. We'll just cat it. You can see new password, new password, new password, and our SSL plugin. Everything else, I mean, if we had changed it, it would have copied over, but it didn't. We didn't update it. That's why it didn't copy over. So let's go ahead and run this. Docker run. That should work. Okay, and assuming my IP address is still the same, it is. And again, this is a VM on Hyper-V. This is not a subsystem for Linux on Windows. So it's running. Let's go ahead and pop in over there. Caldera. See if that loads. It will not because I'm on the wrong port. 8443. Hey, there we go. So if we do red, actually let's do admin. Admin, and we'll do new password. Hey, we're in. So as you can see, we're using HTTPS. If we go to the self-signed cert, you'll say it's not valid, but I mean, it's working as it should. Okay, and then, yeah, obviously from here, you'd create your adversaries, operations, abilities, and agents. Next video is going to be about reverse shells using C# on, well, C# reverse shell for Debian, and then we're going to kind of mess around with Alpine and prove why that's not going to be useful, as well as on like Docker Scratch, and we'll go into that as well. But anyways, we'll get into that. If you have any questions, feel free to hit me up if you're looking to see how these agents work with SSL, or at least a self-signed cert. Yeah, check out the next video. We'll kind of go into that with how these Golang, specifically if we go into deploy an agent, we're going to use Sandcat. Oh, wow. It's how they compile everything Golang, and we're going to go over like dynamic and static linked libraries. We'll go into that next one though. Cool, thanks.